Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we have the newest release from Monster, and that is part of their Monster Reserve line, a new line that they made just for their flavored sugar drinks. And that flavor is the Orange Dreamsicle, coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and if you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one of the weekends. And what in the world am I talking about? What is this Monster Reserve Orange Dreamsicle? Have they even announced this flavor yet? I don't think they have. I think it might have been spoiled on Reddit by one or two people, and but I am lucky enough to have a few people out in the field, a few subscribers who really like the channel, so I do have to say a big, huge shout out to Cole on Twitter for sending me this drink. He was able to find it and said, hey, Caffeine Man, I found this. I really think you'd like to review it. I really think you'd like the flavor of it. And I said, thank you so much, Cole. I appreciate you sending this to me. And I'm sure everyone else does too, because you guys are getting the before it's even been released, before it's even been announced, energy drink review on the Monster Reserve Orange Dreamsicle. And let's talk about this just for a second, because how can they get away with saying it's Orange Dreamsicle? Isn't that reserved for Reign? How can they steal from Reign? I'm sure Reign's probably gonna sue Monster for stealing their flavor name, but if you're not overly familiar with companies, and this is like one of your first videos, Monster owns Reign, so they're not going to sue anybody. Reign is the sister company to Monster. They actually made Reign to compete with Bang, and they were doing a great job competing with Bang because they really got great flavors, and they've really done a great job overall, but they haven't done much of a great job releasing new flavors this year. But that being said, the Orange Dreamsicle went over so well in the regular Reign line, they've decided to bring it into their Monster Reserve line. And I am just very, very curious to see if it tastes similar or if it's going to be a little bit different, and what they did differently. And listen to this. This is the kicker for everyone, because I did recently, somewhat recently, I did recently do a battle of the orange creamsicle flavors, and a lot of them do taste similar because it's orange creamsicle. How different can they be? But they are somewhat different, and the only difference with this one is that this one actually has sugar in it. That's right, there aren't any orange creamsicle energy drinks out there yet that have sugar in them. Every company that has tackled the subject has them being sugar-free. So the advantage that this drink has is that they're actually putting sugar in there, which I know is a disadvantage for some of you who don't drink sugar. But for a lot of you who only care about flavor, don't care about sugar, you like your sugar, that is the only advantage that this drink is gonna have against the other ones, because when you have great orange dreamsicle flavors that are already out there, how are you gonna compete with those? You're gonna say, hey, I'm putting sugar in it. Sugar should be anybody. So I'm very excited to try this out. Let's take a quick look at some of the stats before we taste it out. Here's the can. Woo. And like I said, if you don't know what Monster Reserve is, Monster Reserve actually came out not too long ago, probably within the last year, and it's basically, they have the Monster Ultra line, as you guys know, which is their sugar-free line, and they have all different flavors in that line. But when it comes to their regular sugar drinks, really all they have is like the regular Monster, the low-carb Monster, and then any other flavors that they have to put into like a different name, like either juice or a salt or something like that. But now they actually have a Monster Reserve line, so any flavor that they want to put in there with sugar, they can put in there. And so far they have they have a watermelon one and they have a white pineapple one, both of which I reviewed thanks to Cole, and now they're adding the orange dreamsicle to it. But how much sugar does it have? Well, they don't go too crazy with the sugar. This is 1 serving per can, and they are giving you 28 grams of sugar. That is half the amount that they normally give you in their energy drinks. So is it going to be less sweet? Probably not, because they do actually use sucralose to help balance out the sweetness that they want to achieve. This drink does have 120 calories, 360 milligrams of sodium, 32 grams of carbs, 250% of your B2 and your B3, 240% because they didn't want to give you that extra 10% of your B6, and 490% of your B12. Those are your numbers. Let's go ahead, let's taste it out. Ooh, there we go. That's right, it's got sugar in it, therefore they don't care about artificial color. They're like, we're giving you orange dreamsicle color. So for your carbonation, I do think you are getting a high carbonation on the low end of high. I am feeling that bit of burpiness from it, and I did get the texture in my mouth of a high carbonation. What's interesting about it is that it does have that creamy feel to it for the creamsicle, so it is a bit smooth, and usually when you have something that's smooth, it's less carbonated, but I still think that they got a decent amount of smoothness in there, while still keeping that high amount of carbonation, low end of high on the carbonation. For your sweetness, you are definitely getting a high sweetness out of here, and if I had to, I sometimes say low end of high, but I never say medium end of high or high end of high. But if this was going to be high, it's going to be on the high end of high. That is a very, very sweet drink. I don't even think they needed to put the sucralose in there, or they probably could have taken the sugar out, or whatever they could have done. But if you guys like your sweet drinks, that is one heck of a sweet drink. And to say that that's sweet is an understatement. But if you guys like your sweet drinks and you are slightly concerned about sugar, it's only got 28, which once again, 28 is still a high amount of sugar. Men should only be taking in about 32 grams of sugar a day, women about 25. Hardly anyone ever follows those rules or guidelines, but it is better than their regular sugar energy drinks. But if you're someone who can't have sugar, obviously 28 is going to be way too many. But I do admit that I actually did pick up the white pineapple twice since it's been released, because they did a great job with the pineapple flavor, and they're doing a great job with this orange dreamsicle flavor. So flavor profile, high on the flavor profile. They are giving you a lot of flavor in here, and they are giving you a potent, powerful orange dreamsicle flavor. I would say this is like similar to the Rain Orange Dreamsicle, except they're giving you more orange creamsicle in there. I don't know how they can give you more. Like, they concentrated in orange creamsicle. Like, you're eating an orange creamsicle and they said that's not enough. Let's put 2 into 1. And then they said no, that's not enough. Let's put 5 orange creamsicles into 1 and just concentrate that flavor. And they're giving you a lot of flavor. Did I say they're giving you a lot of flavor? They're giving you a lot of flavor. And I do think they are actually giving you a touch more orange flavor in here too. Everything is more powerful in here though, so they are giving you some more creaminess and everything else. But I can tell that I remember doing my orange dreamsicle battle, and in that battle, Ghost was a little bit more in the orange flavor than the creamsicle, and I think Rain had a little bit more balance between the orange and the cream. I think in this drink, they went a little bit higher with the orange flavor. That being said, where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? Let's get it right from the can this time. You know, I always do it from the cup because people like to see the color and everything, but sometimes you gotta get it from the can. And listen, when you're getting into this certain category that I'm about to be breaking into, you wanna make sure you got all of your categories, everything out of the way. Because some people are like, oh, you didn't taste it out of the can. It tastes a little different from the can. But so I'm getting the cup, I'm getting the can, just came out of the fridge, nice and cold. Orange Dreamsicle, Monster Reserve, blowing all of the other orange creamsicle flavors out of the water. They are getting no word of a lie. Man, didn't think I'd be giving Monster this many scores, but Monster Reserve, because it's got the sugar, it's got the unfair advantage against all the other orange creamsicles out there, but it is getting a 9.7. Yes, 9.7. on the Caffeine Man rating chart. If you like orange creamsicle, you don't mind sugar, and you like a little bit more orange flavor in your creamsicle, you're gonna have yourselves a winner right here. Man, this is potent. It is almost, listen, it's almost at the point of being almost like sickly sweet. It's ready to cross. If I drink this whole can, it's probably gonna be at that point where I'm like, man, that was really, really sweet. Because even now, after all this talking and stuff, I still have aftertaste of sweet orange creamsicle goodness in my throat right there. And I'm like, I still taste the sweetness. I can still taste it. That's how sweet it is. It's sweet. It's similar to like when you actually eat an orange creamsicle. It's creamy, and that little bit of dairy or whatever it is stays in your mouth a little bit and in your throat, and that's actually happening with this drink, which is crazy because there's none of that stuff of an actual orange creamsicle in it. Whew. Now I know a lot of you are going to be saying, Caffeine Man, where did you get this? When's it being released? Etc, etc. I don't actually know. Like I said, I got a sale samples from Cole on Twitter. Thank you so much to Cole again. Appreciate you sending this to me. But yeah, you're getting an early access release video because I don't know, they haven't actually announced it yet. So it should be coming sometime soon. I'm guessing since they already have the sale samples, maybe it'll be announced sometime this month in September. Maybe they'll release it for an October release for like a fall theme. But whatever the case, I'm sorry I can't help you just yet. You know I like to try and help you guys out, but now you have something to be very, very, very excited about when it is released because they did an amazing job with it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you again to Cole for sending me this drink, and until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.